remember everyone would make jokes about a certain wrestler winning the WWE Championship, and everyone would say, "Oh yeah, like there's more chance of Jinder Mahal winning the WWE Championship." Well, hell's frozen over, folks, because Jinder Mahal's won the WWE Championship. What's my take on it? Now, I know a lot of you are all gonna say, "Oh, Jerry, here we go. You're being so negative again. You're gonna say Jinder Mahal's bad and blah, blah, blah." No, I actually am intrigued at the idea of Jinder Mahal being WWE Champion. However, at the same time, I have seen some fans overhype the shit clean out of this, and that is one of the factors why this might fail. Unfortunately, fans, whenever somebody wins a championship, they overhype it, they get their nipples all hard, bing, and they start overhyping the shit out of the story, and then they start overhyping it. Within 3 weeks, they eventually turn on the champion, and in this case, he's a heel, so it won't work. And people get sick of it, and they'll say, well, we want this guy to win, and eventually things go down the shitter. There's a number of possibilities. First of all, actually, but first and foremost, should Jinder win the WWE Championship? That is a question that a lot of people have asked. A lot of people have said that he shouldn't have won. Some people said he should have won. Some people don't know. I believe that he should have won against Randy Orton, because Randy's had it before. I think I am all for WWE trying something new, and I do praise WWE when they do try something new. My problem is, and it's not Jinder's fault that I have an issue with it. Not an issue, but the problem that I have with it is Jinder Mahal gonna be another Jack Swagger? And that's something that nobody's talking about. Everyone's saying, "Oh, he's gonna be amazing. He's gonna be the next person. He's the chosen one." Like, you know, chill out. He only won the belt. Calm down, okay? Calm down. Again, I'm intrigued by the story. I think Jinder's type of story does work. Especially in today's era with, you know, you've got the alt-right that's going on now, you've got Donald Trump as president. With Jinder Mahal, it does make sense, because he's a great heel, because it's essentially a mirror of what's going on, essentially, in America today. And for that reason, I praise WWE, and I do hope that they keep up Jinder Mahal saying, "All you people hate me." I hope they keep that up, because it's almost a dialogue of what's going on in today's society. I'm not going to get into the politics of it, but I am intrigued by WWE, and they have essentially taken a risk with this. Really. Now, I don't think WWE will take it so far where they have, like, you know, remember what they did with another guy very similar to Jinder, where they had, like, did something else. That was bad. But I am intrigued by it. I am intrigued by the story. I think if it's done well, it can do very well. However, my kind of, to the people that's overhyping it, they say the same thing about Jack Swagger. When Jack Swagger won the Heavyweight Championship, a lot of you remember on SmackDown, when there was another brand split, Jack Swagger won it, and he had like a match, I think it was against either Edge or Y2J or something like that. And then he started having matches against Rey Mysterio, and it just went a bit wacky after that. That's what my concern is with Jinder, is that if he's gonna obviously have a rematch against Randy Orton, but I do believe what's gonna happen after that. Is he gonna beat an AJ Styles? Is he gonna beat? Because I don't think they're gonna have AJ Styles in with Jinder, because I think they're more having Kevin Owens and AJ Styles do their thing. So I'm a bit worried in case it's a case of Jinder cheats, wins, and essentially a Seth Rollins push. That's what my concern is of all of this. But again, I'm not against the notion of Jinder winning the WWE Championship. I love it when WWE do something very different. Now, oh yes, another thing. Now, I say it's different. It is different in the sense where it's done in like a modern kind of standpoint. But this isn't the first time that WWE have done stuff like this before, like the Iron Sheik. They've done it with other. I think they did it with Rusev whenever, with the second Cold War. I don't know if this is the second Cold War or not, but second Cold War with Russia, and then they changed it because people were like unhappy with the Russian kind of thing and blah blah blah, and WWE like pussied out of it. And I really hope that that if some of these people that have a problem with Jinder Mahal, I hope WWE do stand their ground, because they need to do a lot. Because I remember there was a person that was on the Rockstar forums that was saying, well, you need this, and this in the game because it's ethically right and blah, 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 and in the SJW kind of sense and stuff like that. And Rockstar pretty much said, fuck you, you're a bitch. 4-day suspension, and if you do it again, you're going to get a lifetime ban. WWE need to have that authority, I think. If they're going to have Jinder, they need to have that authority. The WWE, unfortunately, in today's society, have become a bunch of pussies. And whenever somebody has a problem with a storyline, WWE shit their knickers and they pull out. And they're like, no, we don't want we don't want bad press. We don't want bad press. WWE need to grow a set, and if they're gonna be doing this for play to them, for taking risks, it's not so much a risk, but it is a risk technically, because in today's society, people are very offended, and stuff like that with what gender kind of represents. Some people might be offended by it, but I hope it doesn't get to that point where people are like, oh, this is offensive. Oh, I'm so offended. Stop being a bunch of pussies. With Jinder, I believe that he will, there's 3 ways this can go about. His rematch against Randy Orton, he can lose, which can happen. I doubt that'll happen because of the hype that's going on right now with him. But it isn't the first time. If you look at, remember when Christian won the heavyweight championship and it was like, yes, this is great, this is amazing, and he lost to Randy again. So like I said, folks, it can happen. Where like Jinder could lose it next week on SmackDown. There's a chance that could happen. The second option is he'll have it for a few months and have what is known as a Jack Swagger push, where he'll have it for a few months, he'll face like a few people, and then he'll lose it. Somebody will probably cash it in at Money in the Bank, and then he'll lose, and that'll be it. That could happen. And then also another thing is he could have a long time run. I don't think Jinder's story might be a long-term run unless they make changes. The only way that they can kind of do it is if there's like a civil kind of war between Jinder and the 2 guys that he's with, and then there's a storyline in there where they could drag it out. There's a possibility, but I think with Jinder Mahal, he's got the ball. I think he's doing very well. Fair play to the guy. I know a lot of people make jokes about, oh, how did he get so big and stuff like that, and I'm not gonna lie. I seen him wrestle for the first time today. I actually didn't see the whole of Payback, or should I say Backlash. See, I even forgot the pay-per-view name. That's how fucking boring WWE is. But with Backlash, I didn't even really watch it. I actually fell asleep during the Baron the Bourne Corbin versus fucking Sami Zayn match. Which, by the way, there'll be a rant series on on someone. I think you all know who it's gonna be. It's because it's the person that I cannot stand in wrestling right now, and I think he's very overhyped. Anyway, yes, for Jinder Mahal, I am looking forward to what they're gonna be doing. I hope they do very well on it. I want to wish him the best of luck. I hope he does very well. But at the same time, folks, especially with wrestling fans, don't overhype this shit up, okay? Because the moment you're going to overhype this shit up, you're going to set your expectations way too high, and then you're going to be disappointed, okay? So, just don't do that, alright? Because the very thing that could happen with Jinder Mahal could very well happen, with the Jack Swagger incident. It could happen. He could lose next week. So, just don't overhype it and stuff. That's the problem with wrestling fans today. They overhype things. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel. Signing out.